Reverend Ortega, President Hicks, platform guests, the bereaved family, other university officials, ladies and gentlemen. I'm pleased to have been asked to pay tribute to my friend and my co-worker over the years. Prof, as he is affectionately called, was a perfectionist. I learned that after I met him. He and I came to Grambling State University, it was Grambling College then, in 1952. He came as band director, and I came here as a freshman student. I was a speech and theater major, and the building was located at the north end of Long Jones Hall. There was a little red building adjacent to the speech building called the band room, a band building. And that's where Mr. Hutchinson worked. There were several of my classmates who were band members, such as Linwood Seals Jr., Roosevelt Shields, Charles Turner, Scott Butler, the Hudson twins from Oklahoma, and several others. I learned much about Mr. Hutchinson during that time through my schoolmates, because they would often rush to get away from the dining hall to go to band rehearsal. So because if they were late, they would lose their meal books. And Mr. Hutchinson did not play. When he said band rehearsal was at 5:30, everybody was there. He meant it. And he didn't mind taking a meal book from anyone who didn't deserve it. Ask his son. Prof instilled in all of his students a sense of responsibility, sense of pride, and sense of respect. It was in 1973 when George Wesley, former band announcer, left Grambling State University and took a job in Oklahoma City. It was during that year Mr. Hutchinson asked me to assume the responsibility of scriptwriter and announcer. And from that time until the present, until he retired rather, in 1989, I worked closely with Mr. Hutchinson. He told me precisely how he wanted the script written. He told me about timing. He said timing is very important. He did not allow narration during the playing of the music. You had to do the announcing between the numbers. We worked on it, and I think I got it right for it. He gave me an opportunity to travel to Japan. I was with the band when they had performed in the first Pioneer Bowl. That was a memorable experience. You should have been in Japan when 300 band members marched down Ginza Avenue with over 1 million people out watching the band. It was because of the genius of Mr. Hutchinson to make those plans and to execute those plans. In 1952, you've heard that a tradition begun at Grambling State University with the arrival of Prof. Hutchinson. This innovative genius began to make changes that would lead the way with respect and rapid steps and intricate maneuvers, which, while producing sound much bigger than the band was. You already know about all of his accomplishments. First person to use a Hammond organ on the football game. He wrote the GSU fight song in 1956. He wrote Rhapsodic Overture for band in 1967, Suite for band in 1983, and many others. While working with Prof, I learned to have patience and to be persistent. He believed in getting things done. I recalled when he took on the responsibility of heading the music department when Dr. Jennings was on leave, and it was time to get a Title III proposal done. Mr. Hutchinson would stay up at the band office 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning getting that work done. in preparing for trips, after everybody would load all the equipment and everything, Mr. Hutchinson would remain making sure that the itinerary was printed. He did all the typing and printing himself initially. He was more than just a band director. He was a teacher and a friend, a great disciplinarian. And because of his work, many of the former band members are doing well in their chosen profession. The discipline of being on time, the discipline of doing things well. I would like to pull from one of the scripts that you may have heard. From the heart of Tigerland comes the legend, the dynamic and super creative Grambling State University Tiger Marching Band. The thrill and excitement of the Tiger Band is exemplified in intricate maneuvers which has earned them international respect and the title of one of the top bands of America. From the Cotton Bowl in Dallas, Texas to the Coliseum in Los Angeles, California, from New York's Yankee and Shea Stadium to Jackson, Mississippi, and from Africa to Japan, through the medium of television, the famed Tiger Band has earned respect as one of the top bands of America. Ladies and gentlemen, this band has often been imitated, but never adequately duplicated. The Grambling State University Tiger Marching Band, under the direction of Conrad Hutchinson, Jr. Mr. Hutchinson leaves a great legacy for us, and to the family, Mr. Hutchinson has already left a legacy for people all over the world. We pay this tribute to Mr. Hutchinson. Thank you.